Webmania.
Hello viewers, welcome to Webmania Bootstrap 3 12th tutorial. In this tutorial, we will learn Bootstrap Paragraphs. Let's see Bootstrap default font size and line height apply to the body and all the paragraph elements. By default, font size of Bootstrap is 14 pixels and line height of paragraph in Bootstrap is 1.428. Let's confirm that. Let's go to our editor to check. It's our editor. Let me size this bigger. Okay, so it's our editor, and in Bootstrap I simple write here in paragraph about Webmania. Let's save this and now check in browser how it look like and confirm about the default height and default font style. So let's go to our browser. So it's our browser and now it looks blank. So when I reload the page, here you can see the text of Webmania. So we have to confirm its font style, its font size and its height. So right click on this and click on inspect. When you click on inspect, here go down. Now here you can see it's our page body, and inside body we have font size of 14 pixels. Here you can see our font size is 14 pixels and our line height used in Bootstrap for paragraph is 1.428 something. Now let's discuss Bootstrap inline text elements. Here is the table which shows the Bootstrap inline text elements. On the right side of the table you see the tags used and the left side you see their used. If you want to underline the text, we use U element, and when we used U element, here is our output. If we want to bold the text, we use strong element, and if we want to highlight the text, we use mark element, and you see the text is highlighted. When we strike through, we use S element, superscript and subscript. We use SUB for subscript, and SUP for superscript. Here is the HTML required for that. Notice inside a container we have a row class, and inside row we have a paragraph element, and within the paragraph element we use U tag on Webmania. U tag means we have underlined the text. Here you can see. And then now we use strong element. Strong element bold the text. Here you can see all the required tags used here. So let's go to our editor. So it's our editor. I'm copy the same text from my notepad and going to paste here. Here you can see inside a container we have a row class, and then inside paragraph we use these text classes. So let's go to our browser to see how these classes look like. So it's a browser. When I reload the page, you can see the difference. Here when I reload the page, all these classes look like this. Here we use underline, we use bold, strong, and all these. Now let's discuss Bootstrap text alignment classes. Here is the table of text alignment classes used in Bootstrap. Here you see the table. On the left side you see the classes of alignment classes, and on the right side you see they're used. If we want our text to be displayed in center, we simply have to use the class of text center and use to align text in center. Similarly, if we want our text to be placed on left side, we have to use the class of text left. Similarly, text right and text justify. If you want to justify our text, we have the class which is text justify. And the text no wrap, we used text no wrap class if you not allow the text to be in new line. So then we use the class text no wrap. We want the layout by using text alignments classes that look like this. So we want to achieve this layout. Here we used center class, left class, right class, justify and no wrap, and here is the required HTML for that. Notice within the container we have a row class, and inside the row class we have a paragraph element, and inside the paragraph element we use the center class, which center alignment classes, and then left alignment classes, then right and justify and no wrap. Let's go to our editor. It's our editor. I copy the text from my notepad and I'm going to paste the text here. Here you can see inside the container we have a row class, and inside row we have a paragraph element, and inside this element we use these text alignment classes, and this is dummy data. We want to make this data on center, place this data on left, so we use text left on, and also right, justify. All these classes are used here. So let's go to our browser to see how these look like in our browser. It's a browser, and when I reload the page you can see we achieve this layout. Here we use center alignment class, here we use right alignment class, this is our left alignment class, and this is justify. You can't have any knowledge about justify after saying this. So let's minimize this and see what is meant by justify. What is the purpose of justify in this? Here you see when I resize this, you can see this divided into 4 lines, which means the text is justified. Here you can see it's divided into 5 lines, and on the next class we use text no wrap, which means that we don't allow lines to be break. Here you can see this line is in single line, no breaking of line is appeared. So here is the purpose of this class. So these are text alignment classes in Bootstrap. Now we'll learn about Bootstrap transformation classes. Here is the table of transformation classes used in Bootstrap. On left side I have a classes, and on right side you can see the use of these classes. The first class is text lowercase. Text lowercase class is used to convert all the text into lowercase. This, if you use this class, it will convert your text all into lowercase, and similar uppercase, it convert your text into uppercase. And the next class is text capitalize. Text capitalize convert first letter of every word into a capital letter. Here when we use text lowercase, you can see all the text is in lowercase, and when we use uppercase all the text is uppercase, and when we use capitalize you see every letter every word is capital. Here you see W, 2 and again W, and here is the required HTML for that. Inside a container we have a row class, and inside the row class we have a paragraph, and inside the paragraph we use these transformation classes. Let's go to our editor. It's our editor. I'm going to paste the code here. Let's save this and see it in our browser. Here is our browser, and when we reload the page you can see this is lowercase class, this is uppercase class, and this is capitalized class. Now we'll learn about Bootstrap text styling classes. Here is the table of text styling classes used in Bootstrap. In Bootstrap we use different classes to style a text. These are these classes. The first class is text danger, text info, warning, success, primary. And here is the output of that. If I'm use text danger class, it turn my text into red color. If I use info class, it use into blue. If warning class and if success class, it turn my text into green color. And here is the required HTML for that. Notice inside a container we have a row class, and inside a row class we have paragraph element, and on paragraph element we apply text style classes. So let's go to our editor. So it's my editor, and now I'm going to paste the code here. So let's save this and go to our browser to see how it look like in browser. It's a browser. When we reload the page, we got the text styling classes output. Sorry, we don't apply styling classes on text now. So let's go back to our editor. So our editor, and you see we don't have apply classes on that to style our text. So I'm going to remove this and paste the code with classes. Here you can see we apply text danger, info, warning, success and primary. So let's save this and go back to our browser to see how they look like now. So it's my browser, and when we reload the page we got styling of these classes. Here use danger class, info class, warning class, success class and its primary class. Now we will learn the use of lead class and abbreviation class. We used lead class if we want to make a paragraph stand out from the other paragraph elements. So let's go to our editor to do some practical work. So it's our editor, and here is the code. In this code I don't apply anything on this. So it's a simple container, and inside container we have a row, and inside the row we have two paragraphs. So let's save this and look how they look like in our browser. It's our browser. When we reload the page we got two paragraphs. This is our first paragraph and this is our second paragraph. So now let's apply lead clause on what is lead on first paragraph. So let's go back to our editor. So it's our editor, and now we have to apply the lead class on this class. I'm going to lead. Let's save this, and now let's go back to our browser to see how it look like now. The browser, when I reload this, you can see the purpose of lead class. Here you can see it's become different if we apply lead class on that. So now let's discuss about the abbreviation class. So let's go back to our editor. So here is our editor. When we are going to use abbreviation class, we use the ABBR element. So we write ABBR, and here we write the abbreviation of want to see the abbreviation of ICC. So I want as a tooltip the abbreviation of ICC. So I'm going to give him a title where I say International Cricket Council. International Cricket Council. So let's save this, and now let's go to our browser to see how it look like. So it's a browser. When we reload the page we got ICC, and inside and the below ICC we got some dotted lines. And notice when I hover the mouse it shows a help symbol here, and inside this you can see it's showing as a tooltip International Cricket Council. So this is the use of abbreviation class. In our next video tutorial we will learn about the Bootstrap block codes. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.